everybody.
We are here, y'all. We back. We on time.
Yes.
We're very excited.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
This is on time.
Okay.
We're here to talk about Married at First Sight, season 13, episode 6. And I'm India.
I'm Michelle.
And here we go. Wait, before we start, if you are not subscribed, subscribe right now.
Just go ahead.
And also, what is it with these people not wanting to bathe every day?
Y'all.
Anyways,
that's
it's just
we
too
gon'
much. It's
we
like,
got some things
subscribe,
to talk about.
And I'm just confused about people not wanting to shower after they come from the gym.
Being sweaty.
It don't make no sense, y'all. Anyways, who we gonna start with?
We'll get Mikayla and Zach out the way. It wasn't really much to talk about there. Mikayla went home. Zach was on the resort. He saw everybody a few times here and there. They went and visited him. Seemed like they was talking on the phone. She was back in Houston, and
she didn't give us anything.
No, it was they weren't a part of the episode.
Yeah. Okay, so we ain't gonna talk about that.
We'll talk about what happened at the end. We'll talk about the previews for next week at the end.
Mikayla and Gail.
Okay, so it started off them talking about her name. Or her changing her name.
And I think it's a little early for that. I'm not gonna lie. I get it. There's certain things you got to talk about, but like, can we even determine if you're gonna stay married before you make an argument about a name?
Right. And then I'm starting to feel like Gil is poking the bear a little bit.
He is. He's
like
poking her.
It's like he's poking her. He's trying to get a reaction, and maybe that's his personality. Don't get me wrong. She stayed on the wrong side of the bed. She stayed on, like, he turned a light on. She like, not the light. Like, it's just like, nothing is ever right for her. And that is so exhausting that I know that they are not going to work. There's no way. No way, no how. In fact, he made a kind gesture of ordering them ice cream, and she was like, I want water. What is that? Is it
gotta
vegan?
Be melted.
I
did say I wanted gelato yesterday. Thank you.
And if he knows you don't eat dairy,
why would he bring you dairy?
And then if you say, is this vegan? And he's like, I don't know, try it. Like, come on, he's not gonna have you. I mean, she's just exhausting. Like, she literally just, there's no joy that comes from her. She did make a point. Somehow she got a little bit of sense.
What, you talking about with the Republican Democrat?
Yeah, they was at dinner they were at dinner with the crew, all the couples, and Gil started talking, and I don't know why.
Gil just be talking to hear himself talk.
Yes.
Y'all know how them people just be talking, and you like, you didn't have to say nothing right then?
You didn't have to say nothing.
Sometimes you can just be quiet.
And that happens often.
People want to talk to hear themselves talk. And what was he talking about? Oh, basically he said political ties would not determine whether he would date somebody.
And
that
she was like,
a relationship. And she said it's a deal breaker.
It's a deal breaker. And we already know. Well, no, I would say it's probably a deal breaker on both sides. But she was like, don't even put me as a Republican in an example.
Yeah.
She didn't even like an example. So, yeah.
And then he started talking about he votes based on his job. And I'm like, aren't you a trainer and a firefighter? Like,
sir,
he act like...
Your tax bracket puts you as a Democrat.
Thank you. That's what I was trying to get at.
Your tax bracket?
Right. And then he was... So I don't know if he's a contrarian, because is he a Republican? Probably not. Has he ever voted? He just wants to be different. Like, he just wants to hear himself talk.
Which is kind of crazy.
And then he kept talking about me. What about me? But what if
and
this
then
is going to put me in a job? I'm going to vote for what's going to put my job. Mikayla made the most sense when she said, it's not about
she was like,
me.
That's selfish.
It's about everybody. What are the policies that affect everybody?
Everyone.
And to me, that man is a black immigrant.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was like, Gil, you rubbed me wrong, and Mikayla had to get you in check, and I was like,
and it's just like when we rooting for Mikayla, then what are we really doing here? Like when we on Mikayla's side, then what do we have?
And that's what makes me think that he's just talking to hear himself talk, because she's like, it's a deal breaker for me. Like, they already had that conversation. Like, stop. You just want to say what you want to say. Like, just stop, Gil. They also were talking about, they were talking about the kids. They were talking about the politics.
Oh, the kids. We ain't talking about the kids, girl.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Y'all, Gil said he wants to be, and this is why you say poking the bear. I swear, y'all, when
they've been talked about what they wanted.
Yes, and she said 2 at the most, and he said that was fine with me. Didn't Gil say that at the wedding? That
I don't know if he said it was fine, but it don't even matter. He knew she only wanted 2 kids, so you gonna bring up 8 and think that she's gonna be like, cool, let's do it. Like, he knew. And somebody in the comments last week before said, why are these people talking about kids and finances when they still trying to get to know each other? And I know it's for the show. But Jesus help me.
They told him to talk about the kids. They told him to talk about the kids and the
adoption. Y'all got all the way to adoption? Like,
yeah.
What the? He's like, oh, we could adopt. And she was just like, I want to give my kids a certain, like, you already know how she feels about money.
Yeah.
So
she's not trying to stretch her coin between 8 kids, and I'm not mad at her.
And
she still want to wear her luxury brand.
Yeah, she's not. It's not.
8 kids is a lot.
8 kids is a lot for anyone.
It's honestly egregious.
It's ridiculous. Like, we don't even live in a society where people have 8 kids. Like, you can't. Working people very rarely have kids.
Yeah, what do you? It's not even worth talking about because he literally. It's no.
And they're 35. When is she gonna have 4 kids, let alone 8? And
is so full
you
of
gonna adopt?
Gil is so full of it, and then just don't. We can't even get into it. It's nothing to say. Gil is. He just making shit up.
Right. And so we were on his side and not on his side, but he seemed cool until this episode. Last episode, a little bit, he was being a little childish with the whole volleyball and talking shit about her while she was working. But this episode, his true colors started to come out. And so I don't know, maybe he's like reacting to her vibe. Like, maybe they're just low vibrational at this point. I think
that might be it. Low vibrational. That might be it.
Okay.
Both of them are, they're not giving me nothing.
It's not working.
Anyways, they were talking about being poor.
Oh, yes.
So she's like, I grew up.
So it just seems very weird that she leads with, like, it's always about money. Like, what she didn't have, what she does have. Like, I don't know. And so then they got into it, and then she was, talking about how she was poor.
Yeah.
She was very poor.
Yeah. And she said those were her first memories. And then he said he grew up pretty.
Yeah, they had similar upbringing.
I don't know, y'all. But on paper, they kind of should work, besides the fact that I don't think that he makes enough money for the lifestyle that she wants to live.
Right.
But he's both
It's not.
It's both of them.
And then somebody in the comments just today actually said that she has no personality, so the only thing that defines her is the stuff she has.
But what if she do have a personality and she just has a wall up, and we'll see it?
That's very generous of you.
Okay. Anyways, next.
Okay.
Bao and Johnny.
Okay.
Bao and what is her name?
Yeah, Bao. You
Bao.
don't never get it right.
I know. Bao and Johnny. Bao and Johnny. So they start off with her talking about that snoring. I'm tired.
Oh, he was tired.
I'm tired.
He was like, why are we still talking about this?
Like,
and he was like, I thought you was playing. Like, they don't know each other. Like, she definitely talks in a tone that it is hard to read sometimes.
Yes.
Like, I do not always get if she's being sarcastic, serious, or
just
making light of something. Like, you cannot tell.
To be honest, she doesn't. There's no tone.
There's no emoting. There's no emoting.
No emoting at all.
What?
Like,
what do you feel right now?
Are you serious?
What do you feel?
Like, she's like,
you cannot tell how she feels.
I've been depressed about it. Like, in real life?
Like, are you?
Or are you just saying, like, oh,
just like, this was, like, I got bullied about it. Who bullied you?
Well, when she
was
in
siblings?
Camp. Remember, she was in camp.
And
she never went to sleep. Because she snored so bad. And then another thing is, she's like, people don't expect women to snore. Like, to be honest, if you're snoring like that to the point where you got bullied and teased, you have sleep apnea.
And you need a sleep
And I was on Reddit, and people were like, every snore is not sleep apnea. And I was like, boo, like, damn near 1 in 4 Americans, if you in America, have sleep apnea.
And she doesn't have any other, she's not overweight, or, like, she's not things where she could work on them and then her snoring would go away. Like, what else is causing it? And maybe it's not sleep apnea.
That bad where you got
where you're keeping people.
But even if it's not sleep apnea, they will. I had a boss recently.
Adenoids.
They will remove it, even as an adult. Yeah. So if your snoring is that bad where you're really
and
that
she said
concerned,
she did it. We talked about this. She said she did it as a kid. Most kids that have it nowadays, they will remove their adenoids and their tonsils because the kids aren't sleeping well.
I can't with snoring, y'all. We got to move on.
So hopefully he done told her she got to move on. He said that he's getting annoyed by her and he really want to run. That's one of those things that I don't think he had to say. Yeah, but she said she appreciated it. Yeah. She said she was glad he said something. But he gonna keep running because her dirty ass don't shower.
Oh my God, today.
And it's one thing. And at first we was understanding because she was like, I shower. Most of the time I shower every day. Right. But then there's times when I'm just so depressed. Or she didn't use the word depressed, but she said, I just don't want to get up. I don't want to do anything. So that sounded like depression.
So then it's like, okay.
So then it was like, okay, that
makes sense.
There's a reason there. That's not, you know,
you don't want to get up.
Yeah, you don't want to do anything. Yeah. So then we found out more, and the more was that her ass is lazy and she don't want to rinse off the dirt ever.
And then she was like, well, what if I'm too tired after I work out and I just want to lay down?
And he was
she said there's been times that she lays in the bed with her outside
she said she came inside and get in the bed, open the covers.
We can't make this shit up.
And get in the bed with outside clothes. Not just
you can't even just
clothes you went outside in, but the clothes you had on all day.
Y'all, I can't make this up. And honestly, I cannot talk about people not bathing no more. I thought it was just white people, but apparently it's a lot of different people that's not taking showers every day, and it really is mind-boggling.
She's gonna get an infection if she don't shower after working out.
You can't not shower after working out. You can't not shower after
a whole long day outside in COVID.
In the water, swimming. Like, did she not shower when they got from the water?
And then people that be like, oh, I don't shower or something. Do they shower after sex? Because like that's important. Like
after you work out, if you come home from working out and then you're about to have sex, do you shower in between? Like, y'all. I don't understand it. Okay. Anyways, moving on.
So
Bao don't bathe, so now that done threw me off because I was really feeling her, but I just can't get with. I'm not taking a shower when I get in from a long day.
I mean, it happens so infrequently that it wouldn't even be a subject to bring up.
And this how you know. This is how you know she does not bathe. She lied when she said I mostly bathe every day. No, you don't, because if you did, it wouldn't even be a conversation. Yes, if you missed a day or two a month, like that's not a conversation.
So
she was lying. She don't bathe every day.
So I also feel like their issues don't have to be issues, except for the cleanliness, because Johnny does seem very serious about cleanliness, which I'm with him on. So that does seem like an actual issue. But the whole like, I felt judged. I don't know how you think of me. I feel like they like trying to make up issues. When they were at the table with the couples, they did say that they communicated a lot. And one of the couples, Ryan and Brett, that he was like, oh, I appreciate you guys mentioning that you guys are being open and communicating. So maybe it is helpful. Like maybe I'm missing something about how, but it just feels like lighten up. Like, why is it so heavy so soon? Like every day they got something to hash out.
Yeah.
So... Okay, also, Johnny almost drowned in the ocean and nobody really went to go get him. I think they thought he was going to be okay, but Johnny was very far.
Johnny was very far. Johnny was not
that was on the couple's boat trip.
That was
yeah. So, I mean, but Johnny and Bao do seem to have fun, so that's why I'm just like, why are y'all bringing it down? But they did say, okay, we just need to focus on us. So hopefully they do, although I don't think they will.
They're still pretty compatible. I think they look really good together. It's just they both annoy the hell out of me.
She don't shower.
Yeah. Okay. Now you got to start bathing.
So next is
Rachel and Jose.
Y'all, okay, so Rachel's growing on me.
Yep.
Rachel is growing on me.
I'm not feeling Jose.
Jose is contradicting himself. Like, okay, so let's talk about the good stuff first.
What? That he has an 815 credit score?
No, not about him. Credit score? Not about him. About Rachel. Like, Rachel actually seems to be trying. They seem very compatible. They wake up kissing each other with morning breath.
Although they are not having sex, y'all, and Rachel's irritated, and Rachel was like,
she's like, why?
Why are we not having sex?
She want to know.
Didn't y'all assume they were having sex?
Yes.
I assumed Zach and Mikayla and them two had sex
for sure.
within the second day.
Yes, I definitely assume that they had sex, which means the only couple that has had sex is Mikayla and Zach, because
Bao and
Johnny haven't, Brett and Ryan haven't. We know Marilyn and Gil haven't. So of course Mikayla asked. They done had sex and she done almost got COVID anyway. So we think she's vaccinated, and maybe Zach isn't, because it is quite difficult for you to be unvaccinated, sleep with someone, sleep in the bed with them, kiss
the fact that she didn't catch it.
And
maybe she's
that
vaccinated.
doesn't make sense. So I think she's vaccinated. So anywho, I thought that was cool. I felt like Rachel is open to doing things. Like, she's way more open to things than he is. So he brought up going on a bike ride, and she was like, okay, I don't really think I can ride a bike, but I'm gonna try. Like, her attitude is actually a little bit better than I expected. I do still feel, and she was talking, and she asked a really good question. Remember what you want to do before we have kids?
Yeah.
And she said, I want to go to Switzerland, and I want to hang glide and all these nice things, a speedboat, hang glide. Like, she had a vision of what she wanted. Now, we already know she liked to travel and put on a credit card, but I thought that was like thoughtful.
But he shut her ass down.
He shut it down, and it didn't make sense. He's being contradictory. If it ain't his idea, he don't want to do it.
Controlling. It doesn't make sense. You want to provide. You want to pay majority of the major bills, the mortgage, and all of that. So then let her money go to some of the other things. So she's like bringing in traveling. It's two salaries.
I don't that's the part. Like, are they just trying to make it seem like it's drama when it's not? Because if you are doing all of these great things by yourself, and you have this home, and you want her to come into your home and your space and all of these things, you're doing it by yourself, then she can bring her $70, $80, $90, $100,000 salary in, and y'all can be good.
Yeah.
Like,
and you can compromise. You can do some of the things that you wouldn't have done by yourself, because you may be focused on other things, like having an 815 credit score, loser.
What? Okay, so tell me this. If you don't want to spend money on anything, then what is that credit score going to do for you? What you going to do with it? The credit score is your trustworthiness in paying off debt. So if you're not going to get debt.
Don't get me started.
Okay. So
don't get me started.
Then I think that they're both trying. She also said she also was bringing up stuff that she was concerned about, because she told him they had a conversation about the trip in the bed, and then after the bike ride they had another conversation about finances and stuff. And I mean, she still stuck to her gun. She was like, okay, this is gonna be another conversation, we'll put a pin in it. Like, so I feel like they're doing the things the right way. They seem to have fun when they're out on their outings.
I don't like them. He's too controlling.
He is trying to control, and he's
like, that's gonna be kind of expensive. We need to save for kids. Y'all don't even know each other. Why are these people on Married at First Sight and think they just gonna jump in, start a family? You don't have any interest of doing the thing. Oh, we can go to New York, we can go to LA,
we can go to Vegas.
Vegas, stuff like that.
No, like, I don't want to go to New York, LA, or Vegas. Let's put those 3 trip monies together and we're going to Switzerland.
Yeah, it just
no.
Why do people not want to get to know each other?
And traveling with someone is exactly a great way to get to know someone.
Definitely. A great way to get to know somebody. And if those are the things she enjoys, why don't you want to do things that she enjoys?
He wants to have the ideas. He only wants to do what he wants to do.
Yeah, I don't like him. And when he said, did you see him? He was like, you gonna learn today. Did y'all see that? You gonna learn today.
He did this though.
You gonna learn today.
Okay.
Jose, please.
Jose is why he don't want to have sex with her. She don't check enough boxes. What boxes ain't she checking?
Because you're tonguing her down in the most intimate way.
Like, in her face,
between you grabbing her neck and kissing her like you keep doing, and then just having sex. As far as the box checking, because the attraction should be there if you're making out.
You would think so.
Yeah.
That's like, that's
why? Okay, y'all tell us why Jose don't want to have sex with his wife.
And she trying to give it up. So, okay, we just got one more couple left, and that is Brett and Ryan.
Ryan need to get off the show. Ryan gives nothing. Ryan said all the 5 words this whole episode.
He still don't talk.
Ryan don't talk.
The only conversation be about what she don't, what Brett not gonna do, or she's scared of. So the whole manatee trip, they talked at dinner, or breakfast about doing the manatee trip and how she was scared, and then they talked on the manatee trip about how she was scared. Just look down, and then they talked after the manatee trip about how he was so sweet and helpful,
and she felt so comfortable with him. And then he did say he don't want to be with nobody who cares either way I vote or whatever. So he's a Republican.
We know that, and she knows it too. She said too many of his interests align with something that she probably doesn't agree with, and she said that if she were dating someone and they did not have the same leanings, she would be out.
And I'm sure she said that in the interview process, so I'm irritated about it.
So I thought, but they did it last year, last season.
They need to stop doing that shit.
So, but they don't care if a couple stay together.
You don't.
So I might be changing my vote. I didn't know enough about Brett and Ryan to know if they would stay together, but I still said that I was leaning towards them staying together because they just don't seem like they have enough drama. That might be the drama. Also, she's not adventurous enough for him, and that is giving me Ryan and Clara vibes. Ubres. It's giving me those vibes in that Ryan is not completely into her, but he's not saying it. He's acting like everything's all good. That's not going to last very long. So they're going to say yes, but he doesn't really want to be with her. That's what I think.
I still don't think they're going to say yes, but I don't know.
What you mean? You said everybody was saying yes but one couple last week.
I changed my mind.
Okay. So.
I don't like Ryan.
Okay.
I don't like Jose. Gil's getting on my damn nerves. All the men are trash.
So.
The only decent man is Zach.
We think until the previews have shown us something different.
Yes, we're gonna talk about the previews. So what happened on previews, girl?
So wait. Before that though, is there anything else about Ryan and Brett?
No, he's a Republican.
So okay, but about them as a couple, like they seem to get along. In the previews, she said she had a crush on him. So like they definitely, I think the attraction is growing. I think they're into each other, but I don't know. He's another person that's very hard to read. Like
he's very hard to read. Very.
I don't know what he
very hard to read.
Okay, so So they all ended. So the episode ended with them having breakfast, their last breakfast on the honeymoon, and packing up to go. Real quick, when Mirla and Gil were leaving, Gil was like, "Oh, you want a cookie?" She was like, "Nah, I don't want any sugar." That's her problem. She wants to make everything a judgment, or she wants to make all you have to do is say no thanks, no cookie for me. Like the fact that you're like, I don't want any sugar, there's judgment there, and there is you're always pointing out you want to show that you're making good decisions, or that you are better than that, or it's something with her that ain't really sitting right with me.
Same.
And so I just didn't like that, and that bothered me.
She's negative
because all you have to do is say no thanks.
Yep.
That's it. So okay. Previews. Zach gets back and surprises Mikayla. Very cute. Then there's footage of Mikayla getting very angry and losing her shit and slamming down some Clorox wipes because Zach was not home. And then there's footage of them having a conversation where she's like, "And you didn't come home?" He was like, "I came back at 9:15. I think he meant 9:15 a.m. because
9:15 p.m.
That don't seem like that would hit the threshold for somebody going off.
Right.
So
now, what if it was 9:15 p.m.? Anyways, I guess
we were gonna see next week.
Right.
Mirla and Gil. That's when we see him kissing his dog, and she and he's carrying her in, and he's carrying her over the threshold. I could already see her having an attitude, like, why do you want to do this? She's just not amenable to anything. And then
Brett and Ryan.
They were talking to Pastor Cal, and I think they were talking to somebody, one of the experts, and she was like, I have a crush on you. So they seemed cute, but then I don't remember if there was more about them. They're so not memorable. And then what else? Johnny and Bao. Bao says she's not taking a shower after travel. If you don't get your ass in the shower.
See, and this is why COVID-19 is never going away.
If you don't get your ass in the shower after being on a damn plane and in the airport and traveling all day.
I'm not.
Y'all be getting on planes and coming home and just getting in bed? Who does that?
I'm not.
Who does that?
I'm not. I can't.
So Johnny was like, he was like, look, I'm going home. We don't know why he going home. They try to make it seem like he going home because of the shower. We'll see. But he said, I'm going to go home. He's not, he really do want to run, and I think he gonna run.
Yeah, I don't know about Johnny and Bao.
Because I think this cleanliness,
cute, but
he not okay with this not showering stuff.
No,
she was taking the pillows off the bed, like the whole shower thing. I'm not showering tonight. Like, girl, what is so hard about, like, she like a kid. Like, little kids don't want to take baths and showers. Okay.
My kids love showers.
And then like
at what? That's that teenage, 13, 14. You know,
I don't even know.
Like,
who? Well, okay, so I don't even remember the last. Rachel and Jose. They was liking the little things. I don't remember what they had an argument about or anything on the previews.
Y'all, we're doomed. This season we are doomed. We thought last season was bad with the matches.
Yeah, this one nobody.
Well, shit, last season was bad with the matches because only one
couple was still married.
Like this one, nobody's really and we only at the honeymoon.
Usually things are good early, right? And then they start breaking down.
So I can't wait to see the rest of the season.
We'll see. Yeah, next week should be good. We'll finally get Mikayla and Zach, because I think Mikayla and Zach are going to give us the drama for sure this season.
Hopefully.
So now that he's over COVID and he's back home, we'll see what's going on with them.
Yeah.
So let us know what y'all think. Subscribe. And we will see y'all in the comments.
Yeah. Bye.